It's Anthony. I'm back. I wasn't necessarily planning to talk tonight, but it was getting to be that time, and I felt like I have nothing better to do, so might as well get some thoughts out if I can. I was thinking today about how I'm a failure, but it wasn't bringing me down. I wasn't thinking of it in the bad sense where I, have disdain for myself and am thinking negatively. But it was more so erring on the side of acceptance, which I think is good. It was more so like thinking like, yeah, I fucked up. I've gone wrong. I have failed at many things in my few years of adulthood. And I can't deny it. It is true. I have failed. I am a failure. That doesn't mean anything for the future, though. At least I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let that define me and how I move forward. It's just something that I am aware of and I accept. I know that I have failed in the past at almost every single one of my endeavors. And through that failure, I believe I have learned a lot. I have, in many instances, I have learned what not to do, which is sometimes just as useful or important as fucking Jews. I think knowing what not to do can be just as important as knowing what to do. Because they go hand in hand. If you know what not to do, at the very least, you can guide yourself in the right direction. You might not necessarily know what you should do, but that's okay. As long as you know what not to do, you've got a decent chance. There's hope there. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there's hope there. So I know 2 nights ago I was talking about, whether I should pack up and get ready to take a walk, or if I should stay in the area and find a career. and I have pretty much settled on the, uh, the former, being that when it gets to May, there's a very good chance that I have my backpack packed, sitting in the corner. I pick it up, I grab my hat, grab my staff, and I walk out that door, not knowing where I'm gonna go. That very well may be how it turns out. But I've got 2.5 months left in this place, give or take, you know. And then at that time, I'll go on an adventure. I don't have a lot holding me back. There's things, yes, things that I'm trying to put into place, or at least get to a certain spot where I can feel comfortable leaving. I'm working on that. It's gonna take a little time, but I've got a couple months. I am going to do my best to get my affairs in order, help my family get their affairs in order, and then I can feel good about leaving for the time being and pursuing, something. I don't know what I'll be pursuing. I don't know what necessarily the goal will be. Adventure, yes, that's one of them. Just to have that experience of relying on yourself and what's in your backpack. That is, at the very least, I will gain that experience from it. And if that's all that I get from it, so be it. But I have a feeling I will learn more than I can ever have imagined if I choose to venture out alone with my backpack without having a destination in mind. I think that's how I'll do it, you know? I'm not sure. I'm just working these things out right now, but that might be my best option. Or maybe just have like one direction in mind. Like maybe it'll just be south. I'm gonna head south and start walking. That might be the limit of the direction I have for myself. And if that's it, so be it. That sounds fun. Just head south. See where you get. I've driven east from Wisconsin to Massachusetts. I've driven west from Wisconsin to Utah. Never made it to the West Coast, but obviously I haven't gone north to Canada. I don't think I want to. Canada's kind of fucked up these days. It's not doing too well. I'm sure the people in Canada, there's a lot of them doing well and, fighting the tyranny, living their best lives. But Canada government, not doing so well. But south is one direction I have never gone. Come to think of it. Yeah, come to think of it, I've never gone south whatsoever. Besides, like, I've been to St. Louis, Missouri. That's as far south as I've gone, I believe. And that was for work. So that's kind of south. It's a fair distance. So maybe my goal will be to get further south than that. Further south than I've ever got. Maybe it'll be that simple. I don't know. However it turns out, I'll be happy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm starting to. I like. I understand it's not necessarily something that is going to improve my life or fix anything. It's not going to make me any less of a failure necessarily. But, yeah, so that's where I get to, like, what's my purpose of doing it? Like, why do I have this inclination to go out on my own? I feel like there's gotta be something more there than just wanting to have a new experience and adventure. Like something I'm not realizing, maybe. I don't, I don't think I'm running away from anything. Like I am, but I'm not. Like I'm not intentionally running away from my problems. I won't be. Because I don't really have problems here that I'm not facing and dealing with. So in that case, I don't think there's really that much for me to run away from. It, it's like it's like I'm trying to find something, but I don't know what it is. maybe I'm trying to find purpose. So it's like, I don't have a purpose for doing it. And maybe that's why, because I don't have any purpose. I'm trying to find some. That might be it. Because, yeah, I can honestly say being here, my hometown. Hi, kitty. I don't feel like I have much purpose. Hey, Fatso. Say hi. You're so cute. But it's true, like, I don't. What do you smell like, kitty? Do you smell? I thought I smelled you. You're so cute. You're so cute. I don't know what my purpose is here. Besides just being here with my family and trying to help them through their struggles. Like, I guess that's as good of a purpose as I can hope for. And I've known that that's supposed to be my purpose for a while now, I think. Like, I've known that that's what I'm here for and what I'm supposed to be doing. But at the same time, I don't really know how I can do that. I don't really feel like I can help. What are you doing, kitty? What do you see? He's acting all methed out. It's just tea, Fabio. You don't want none. Yeah, I don't know how to help my family. And I don't feel like I have any purpose other than that right now. And that's okay, I guess. Really, like, that's okay. That's what I've got right now, and I don't really need anything more than that. It's funny. Like, I'm still at a really low point in my life. like realistically. But it's like I don't feel bad about it anymore. I don't think negatively towards it because, I'm starting to just be confident that like it's gonna be good. That I'm confident that I'm gonna have a good life. That there's so much still ahead for me in the future, like so many beautiful things for me to experience and see that like I'm I'm happy where I'm at right now. At not rock bottom, but somewhere down there. Like I used to be at rock bottom swinging away the pickaxe at the bedrock, and it doesn't feel like I'm doing that anymore. So I'm it's more like I'm beginning to climb my way out. And that's why I don't feel so negative anymore. That's why I have hope because I'm working to climb my way out of rock bottom. I'm not just in misery at the bottom anymore. I've accepted where I was at and where I'm at now, and what my past is and where I've gone wrong. I've accepted a lot that, and it hasn't been easy. It's been testing. Still isn't easy. I wouldn't say that. I don't think it ever is going to be easy. This is going to be a hard life every day, every month, every year, the next decade, the next 21 years. It's going to be hard. It's going to be fucking tough. It's going to be work. But that's just the thing. I want to wake up and go to work every day. Every fucking day, I want to go to work. I don't want to sit around, be lazy. I don't want to do nothing or feel like I'm doing nothing. I just want to go to work, whatever that work is. Whether that means just waking up and walking all day in one direction and then going to bed and waking up and doing it again. If that's what I have for work, then fuck yeah. I can work every day. One direction. South. Headed south. I think that's how it's gonna go. You know, I might like I might try and stay off the road as much as I can. I'm thinking. I don't necessarily want to be a hitchhiker. Like, I don't want to be picking up rides all the time because that can be sketchy. You know? And I don't want to rely on anybody else. So I kind of just want to stay off the roads and walk. Head south. Such a good boy. Such a good kitty. Like, I'm sure I'll meet people. No doubt. I'm sure I will run into some interesting people and have some really interesting conversations along the way. I think that's a given. And that's one of the things I'm most excited for. Just just having no idea who I'm going to meet, what they're going to say, what I'm going to say, any of it, and just be completely surprised by everything. That sounds fun. It does. Okay, what should I say in these last 2 minutes? Because I guess my tea is done. I'm, my eyes are getting a little tired. So, I'm obviously like, I don't have much to say tonight. Nothing interesting, really. Oh, no. I've heard that they're gonna do a fake alien invasion. Look into Project Bluebeam if you haven't. And they're gonna bring in like a false messiah, and it's all gonna be a ploy to install a one world government in order to like fight off the alien invasion. Something along those lines. That's that's the direction we're headed, folks. So if you start seeing things that are being planted that lead to that destination, just be aware of it. Because in the end, it's just going to be something that you choose. You either give in to the fear that you're presented with, and you can choose to accept whatever you're offered, whether that's, total, control over your life, and what you do and say and where you work, you know, that could be how it goes. But it's just gonna be a choice. Hello, viewer. I just mentioned Project Bluebeam and the fake alien invasion that's coming. uh, it's coming. The aliens are coming. Don't know how, don't know when, but there's a reason why you're starting to see more and more about all this UFO shit and not knowing what's up in the sky flying around. There's a reason for it. It's in some sense it is just to, you know, some fear porn or, you know, making people think that something's out there that we don't know about. But really it's just the start. It's the start of a new narrative that, quote unquote, they are gonna put fucking everything on. Like, this is going to be their biggest their biggest ploy yet. Like, I'm thinking that it's gonna be magnitudes greater and more significant than whatever the pandemic was. Like, we're talking like antichrist shit where, like, there's gonna be a false messiah where he's sold to you as the savior and the one that's gonna, like, fix everything. They say that it's gonna be like whoever it is gonna be super charismatic and, like, attractive or whatever, and you're just gonna, like, want to follow him, listen to what he says, and, like, believe him. But he will lead you down dark path. I can guarantee you that. It's gonna be weird. That's for sure. Just look out for stuff like that. Just look out. Be aware. All right. Don't be a bitch.